In most organizations, sales drives revenue and marketing drives lead generation and awareness. Marketing looks at win rates and conversion rates across the sales funnel, takes the revenue target for the next quarter, and calculates how many leads are required for sales to hit their number. Sales uses the leads and content that marketing gives them and tries to close as many sales as possible. The two departments are inherently different, from how they are compensated to how they are educated, and that's good, but it can also make it hard for sales and marketing to work together. The two teams are frequently at odds over issues as small as how to score an individual lead or as large as which markets to target. That results in mistrust, avoidance, and outright hostility between the groups, some of which is even enabled by misguided CEOs. Get it right. Take those first steps toward alignment. Christelle Flao has been a pioneer in using data to bridge marketing and sales in her senior-level roles at MapR Technologies, Jive Software, Marketo, Taleo, and Ariba. Christelle's most recent role was to sit between sales and marketing and use data to bring them into alignment. What it takes, according to Christelle, is working together and relying on data to build agreement. In a previous company I discovered early on the job, but our lead scoring wasn't effective, Christelle explained. Marketing thought we were doing great because we were delivering leads that scored well, but sales complained the leads were junk. It took us a while to figure out how to do it right, so we weren't delivering 20,000 marginal leads, we were delivering 3,000 good ones. It was more than just a revamp of the lead scoring methodology. Instead, it started a deeper conversation between marketing and sales to discover what was really important. We walked the sales team through our scoring methodology and discussed each and every point, Christelle continued. What firmographic information is important? Should a trade show lead get more points? No. Should a white paper download get more points? Maybe. Walking through the logic helps to flesh out the thought behind it and make it transparent. It really built trust between the teams. As they figured out the appropriate lead scoring models, it led to more conversations and more collaboration on different items, all of which brought the teams closer to alignment. Eventually, we talked instead of getting angry at each other, she continued. Marketing can ask for more budget to get more leads to help sales meet their number, or we can jointly figure out how to increase close rates so sales can hire more reps. We ended up being a joint team figuring out how to meet the overall goals together. Not getting angry at each other doesn't mean not having disagreements, however. Christelle relies on data as the key to finding a solution and avoiding lingering issues. If you're upset, you tend to make blanket statements, like we don't have any leads, she added. When we rely on data, we can turn it into a fact-based conversation. We can both see exactly what's happening. Data takes the emotion out of it. It keeps you from getting defensive, especially if you approach it by saying, let's both sit down and look at the data. It also helps you figure out what the true issues are and points you in the right direction to fix them. Here's what we've seen and why we're devoted to changing it. We've each been in leadership roles for more than 20 years, and we've seen our share of aligned and misaligned sales and marketing teams. We've worked under CEOs who understand the value of alignment and build a culture that fosters communication and collaboration. And we've worked under CEOs who encourage hostility between the teams, thinking that more tension yields better performance. We've also each worked with good and bad counterparts, and we've learned that alignment takes commitment and work from both teams, especially their leadership. Tracy experienced blatant misalignment firsthand when, as a newly hired SVP of marketing, she was introduced to her executive sales counterparts and they wouldn't even shake her hand. Their behavior was rude, obviously, but after watching a revolving door of marketing leaders come and go, their reasoning was sound. You won't be around long, so why bother getting to know you? Andrea, as VP of Sales, reached her misalignment breaking point while working with a counterpoint in